What's up, everybody? This is Jose with Oakland Latinos United, aka Oakland Latinos Unidos, out here in the town, in East Oakland, in the hood. Feel me, in the Fruitvale district. Me kicking back out here today. I was actually on the news today, so that's why I'm out here. But want to make a quick little video about an incident that's been going on, that it's been making waves around IG, Facebook, and YouTube, and that's a video of a Paletero who got robbed, an elderly Paletero who got robbed somewhere in Oakland. I'm assuming it's somewhere in East Oakland. Not sure what part of Oakland it happened, and just want to give my opinion on the matter, my 2 cents, and how I feel, and my take on it. But yeah, it's a video that's been circulating of elderly Paletero who's just walking, minding his own business, and a group of looks like they're young African American individuals pull up in a like a SUV, and they jump out on him and rob him, pocket check him, take his stuff, and again, it's just same old lame stuff of robbing street vendors and harassing raza who are out there trying to make a living. And I really don't want to make this a racial issue and blame one group of people, because that's not really what it's about. You know what I mean? But yes, the video did trouble me for sure, like it troubled anybody else. And it's not cool what happened. It's not cool that people are disrespecting, robbing elderly people, bro. It's just not cool. It's a bad look, and it's not gangster. That's not gangster. Put it like that, man. And a lot of people like to blame the African American community, saying it's young black males that are doing this. And, to be fair, a lot of the incidents that have been happening lately have been by African Americans. I'm not going to deny that. But we also got to look at our own community. A lot of our own people are guilty of doing the same thing, whether it was in the past or even still today. You know what I mean? Maybe it's a little less today because of the scrutiny, but I could tell you, when I was growing up, I could remember homies in the hood, other Chicanos, other raza, they would brag about, paisas that they robbed, licks that they pulled on Mexicans, you know what I mean? And, I even heard stories about gangs in, like, Southern California. Not so much here, but I've heard about it in Southern California, where they used to, like, tax street vendors, raza street vendors, you know what I mean, for selling in their neighborhood. Not sure if much of that happens today, but definitely our people are guilty of it as well. And we gotta understand that it goes beyond race, it goes beyond color. It's a poverty thing for sure. But definitely when you see one group constantly picking on another group, yes, eventually it is gonna look racial, and it is gonna cause racial divides, and it's going to cause people to look at another group of people with disgust or with distrust, and I'm not African American. I don't know why a lot of African Americans in later, recently have been, targeting elderly Asian people, targeting street vendors. You know what I mean? Is it racial? Is it not? That I don't know, but it's not up for me to talk about that community, because that is not my community. I talk about my community, you know what I mean? But I would say the same way African Americans say that Latinos and other people should sit their kids down and talk about the dangers of racism and discrimination. I think that same energy that we would put with our kids, that community should do it with their kids as well. The dangers of disliking immigrants, the danger of disliking Latinos or Asians or people who are not like them, especially when it's a group that has been through hardship in this country, has been through a lot of discrimination in this country, you know what I mean, like the black community. So it is kind of puzzling to me that a lot of this stuff does happen within that community. But, like I said, I don't want to make it a racial issue, because let's face it, we do it to ourselves, and we can't lose sight of that. You know what I mean? Latino gangs kill each other all the time. Latinos rob other vendors. Latinos rob other raza. We have a history of doing it. Look at our history in Latin America. It's brutal. You know what I mean? But at the same time, regardless of who does this, whether it be raza, whether they be black, whether they be white, robbing elderly people, beating up elderly people, robbing street vendors, or just robbing people, workers or people who are hardworking, that's not cool and that's not gangster. You know what I mean? And I think more of these dudes should be getting DP'd out there. You know what I mean? More of this type of behavior should be frowned upon. Because all we're doing is basically fighting each other, destroying each other. You know what I mean? And that's just not going to help nobody. It's just going to create more divisions, more racial animosity, you know what I mean? More hatred, more distrust, you know? And it's not going to go anywhere. And, you know, people that know me know that I hate racism. I hate playing the race card, and I hate being that type of person to be like, oh, well, it's those people. Because it's really not those people. It's individuals within each group that do bad things. You know what I mean? I don't blame the whole black community for the actions of a couple of dummies. You know what I mean? Just like I don't blame all raza for the actions of some of our raza that do dumb things. Just like we say to the black community, we have to talk to our own youth as well about these things. About the dangers of gangs, the dangers of the streets, the dangers of going to jail, you know, the dangers of poverty. And, you know, at the end of the day, this is all because of poverty. This is all because of hopelessness out there. This is all because bad parenting. You know what I mean? This is all because of a lot of things. You know what I mean? And, you know, hopelessness, poverty, and stuff like that creates divisions. It creates destructiveness. And it's up to parents, it's up to family members to teach their kids, regardless if they're black or Latino or whatever they may be, to have a better future. But yes, robbing paleteros, robbing elderly people, robbing street vendors, it's not gangster, it's not cool. I don't agree with it. And you're damn right I'm going to call it out. The only reason I'm talking about this particular incident, because it did happen to an elderly raza here in Oakland. And that's just unacceptable, you know what I mean? And we're going to call it out every time it happens. So don't be dumb enough to do it, because you are going to be plastered all over the TV, the news, and on my channel. Because we don't play that, you feel me? But other than that, you know what I mean? I hope someone talks to these kids like the ones that robbed that dude and talk some sense into them, man, because what they're doing is just going to lead them to destruction, death, or jail. And they shouldn't be out there. Where's their parents at? Where's their families at? Why aren't they teaching them about the dangers and about the problems these kind of things create? You know what I mean? And again, that's not gangster, that's not cool, and that's really all I have to say about it. Beautiful day out here in the town, in the Fruitvale District, Oakland, California, my hood. Gonna have a nice day today. You guys have a nice day, and I'm out late.